Alright, good morning everybody. I'd like to just start off the conversation with asking everybody if they would ever want to own their own business. Raise a hand. Alright, so that's about half of you. Well, the other half of you, I'd like to explain why you should own your own business, because it does deliver the most ultimate satisfaction to your life. I'd like to start off with a little personal experience of mine. In 2009, I was a freshman and I had this idea that I can make more money, I can challenge myself with different ideas, and I created my own company. Today it's called CNZ Construction Services, and I'm considered a sole proprietor. Being your own boss is rewarding and delivers a lot of satisfaction. I had an initial investment of just purchasing insurance. My family had a little background with construction, so I technically didn't have to buy any tools or purchase any supplies. I just had to go out, get my DBA, and then purchase my own insurance. And I did this for the money, I did it for the experience, and I didn't want to follow orders for just a minimum wage. I wanted to actually just go out there and make money on my own and be my own boss. And I wanted to understand the challenges that are consistent with running your own business, and ultimately I think I did it for the experience. Now, when being your own boss or an entrepreneur, you should consider some traits that can help you be a better person in the business world. Persistence, number one, is you have to really believe in yourself. You can never give up a dream, and you can't just say, I quit. If you never believe in yourself, then who else is going to believe in you? Because really, you are, who you are. And I think that all entrepreneurs should experience, commitment. They should truly believe in their products and services that they offer. They should devote their heart and soul into everything that they put into it. Working long hours to get others to believe in your products and services is part of that commitment. And with commitment comes success. All entrepreneurs should have a vision or be a visionary. You need to be able to see things that others don't necessarily see. Come up with a patent, better an idea, or just ultimately you need to figure out the vision that you need to produce, and it has to meet everything that you have to do within your business. And number four is like my favorite one, a risk taker. It's probably the most common trait of all entrepreneurs. You have everything on the line. You have your life, your family, and really you just have to take chances, whether it's money to invest or your time off to, truly make that, business work. And you can't be afraid to lose. If you lose something, you're always going to get it back, but you just got to work for it. I believe all business owners should be a leader and a communicator. You need to tell people what to do, know how to say yes, and know how to say no. Effective communication with both internal and external customers and your employees. You also need to be energetic. You have to experience a good work ethic. You need to get up in the morning, handle various situations, and pursue new skills of being reliable. You need to be always aware and on the go. You should own your own business because of the satisfaction that it brings to your life. Although with owning your own business, you're putting the success on your shoulders, and the burden on your shoulders, which when owning your own business, it's obviously a burden for you, but you need to look at what my company did, and if you can really see that you put everything that you had into it, then you'll have that satisfaction. If if you look at like large corporations, employees really show no interest. They're just looking for that extra paycheck, or they're just looking to go home at the end of the day. When you own your own business, you show that you're committed and devoted, and that you want your company to succeed. Something like work hard or play hard. It's your company. It's going to give you self-actualization and self-fulfillment. You got to consider it an accomplishment of everything that you've put into it, and you got to be proud of what you do, because there's no one else that's going to tell you otherwise. And you obviously get to answer to yourself. You don't have to listen to your boss, or tell you get to tell other people what to do and show them how to do things. And I also think you should own your own business for the money. The initial startup fee could be considered a con, but that's short term. You can't look at that, it's a risk. You got to buy property, you got to buy assets, you got to buy supplies, but that's just to get going. Once you do this, your income, really, the sky's the limit. You may be little money at first, but in the end, you could be the next millionaire. Not all business men, or when you own your own business, you're not always going to be successful. But at the end of the day, if you really put everything into it, then you're going to get a lot of income out of it. You should own your own business because of time and location. Time is flexible. It's customized. You get your own schedule between wanting to work all day or sleep all night. This 8 versus 40, this is, basically you work 40 hours a week, you only get $700. You own your own business, you work 8 hours, you could technically end up with that $700 because you're not getting paid by the hour, you're getting paid by the job. And it gives you a lot of freedom. If you have family issues or family commitments, then you can put your business aside and actually, devote yourself to that. And there's no set schedule or telling you when to get up or anything like that. You just have to commit yourself and know that, hey, I got to get up in the morning and I just got to do it. And location, I think this is huge because you don't have to commute as much as, say you have to drive an hour to go to work every day. It's the only place that was employing at the time. When you own your own business, you can work at home, you can work in an office close to your house. You can work out of your cell phone, and really with location though, you really want to try to fit the market that you're trying to capture. You don't want to go somewhere that doesn't have any of these people there. But obviously between time and location, it all reflects success. The more time you put into it, the less, the more you're going to get out of it. And right. And I've come up with 3 reasons as to why you should own your own business. One being freedom, and satisfaction, self-actualization, and the money. Okay. Any questions?
You mentioned the term DBA.
Yeah, DBA that means, I'm sorry, I should explain myself. That means do business as, and I'm considered a sole proprietor. I don't have any partners, or, it's not an LLC or anything like that. It's like this almost standard thing of getting a business going.
So you don't have to be Carlo Viscusi, you could be another name.
Right. DBA, do business as, is just the name of the company, And then the sole proprietorship is technically the owner or the operator of that.
Roughly how much did you have to, with startup costs? I know there was some family help involved.
Yeah, the family thing, well, we have a background in construction, and we have probably every tool you can really think of, except maybe, like, we don't have backhoes or anything like that. We have a lot of hand tools, and so I didn't have to necessarily, it cost a lot of money if I did have to go out and buy all these tools, but that's just a skill that has been passed down throughout my family. So that wasn't really a startup cost for me. It was more of the paperwork to do the DBA, provide my own insurance, and I'd say it was probably about $2,500 when it was all said and done. Go ahead.
How long did it take to start up?
It didn't take long. I thought it would take long, but it really didn't. It was more of getting my name out there and developing new customers and stuff like that. I'd say, my father, I don't consider my father an employee, but he actually helps me through this whole process. He's the one that actually goes out and finds work. And he works for a company right now where, they do $100,000 jobs and $200,000 jobs or $1 million jobs. But he's always had people call him for the bathroom remodel and the kitchen remodel, and I need a new roof and the smaller jobs. And that's where he kind of puts me in there. And he says, hey, go out there. You either want to sub it out, or if you want to just go and do it yourself. I technically try to do as much as I can, but obviously I can't do everything. And sometimes it doesn't even pay to do everything. Sometimes you do have to just sub it out. We sub out work like plumbing and electrician. You need a license for that, especially for code and enforcement, I guess, So it wasn't that. It's not hard. Anybody can do it. And I promise you guys that, it's funny because when I was a freshman, we purchased a house and I took 1.5 years off. I used the money that I generated for about 1.5 years, and I had about $25,000. And my father did help me, invest also, but we purchased a house at an auction, and it was in a great neighborhood. We knocked it down, we saved the foundation, we added 4 feet to the foundation, and then a 20-foot garage. We literally tripled the size of this house, and I took 1.5 years off of college just to do this, because I did have that dream and I did have that inspiration that I can do this, and that's how I've been trying to pay for college. And ultimately it took 7 months to buy and sell a house, and I was there nights, weekends, till 2, 3 in the morning, putting up trim and just tagging along. So it's kind of interesting.
Thank you.
Thank you.